Hello and welcome to my channel Making Crafts. Today I am using Linedotarrow's Floral Leaves Kit to create two little notebook folios that can be inserted into your junk journals. And this kit I have went ahead and printed double-sided, and I've just mixed up the sheets and put different ones on different sides. And then for the pockets and the tags I did just print on one side so that the back side could be for journaling. And this kit has lots of tags and journaling cards and pockets and lots of little things in it to use in your junk journal. Okay, so I've gone ahead and cut my papers down to 7 by 10 1/4. So then you want to get your scoreboard, and you don't have to use a scoreboard. You could just fold it at these links if you want to. It does not have to be using a scoreboard, but for me, in order to show you how to score it, I thought it would be easier to use the scoreboard. So you got to decide now, what do you want? Here's the first pocket that we're making. So this is going to be the front, and then it's going to fold open to the inside. And so you have to decide, what do you want to be on your inside in the back. And so I'm going to have, this is the inside back that my paper is going to be over, and then this is going to fold over, and then that will be the front. So I'm just going to take it like this. So you want the inside, what's going to be on your main inside right here under the notebook, you want that to be facing up. And then you're going to want to score at 3 1/4. And lightly score if you're using thin paper like I am. I'm using very thin paper, so it's 32-pound paper. It's not cardstock, so I'm not scoring really hard because I don't want to tear my paper. And then you want to score again at 6 1/2. And then you're just going to fold it. So you're going to fold your first one in on the score line. You press it down. And then you're just going to fold this one over as well. And press it down. Make sure everything's lined up straight. Because sometimes even when you have your score lines and you fold over, it can get crooked. And so you just want to make sure that you have everything straight and it's not crooked. Okay, so now what we want to do is we're going to set the scoreboard aside, and we are going to turn this into a pocket. So we want to get just a little hole punch here and make us a little thumb tab. So I'm just going to punch that out right there. And then we're just going to apply glue on 2 sides. Along this edge and the bottom. And then we're just going to fold that over and press it down. Okay, just press it down real good. Now we're just, for the notebook part, this is a very simple project. For the notebook part, we're just going to, I'm using some tea stain paper, and then this is some dotted graph paper. It's just got the dots instead of graph lines. And so I have cut it down, the paper down, to 3 by 6 3/4. And so I'm using about 6 sheets, and I've just alternated them in the stack here. And I'm using about 6 sheets in each one. So then, so just stack these up, and I do see that I missed one cutting it, so I'm just going to take a pair of scissors and I'm just going to trim it off where it's a little too long there. And then you're just going to attach it on the inside here, but when you attach it, you want to be certain that you put it far enough over that this will fold, but also will hide your notepad, because you do have, this one right here is going to be, it's going to stick out further, because we did 3 1/2, 3 1/2, and then this one's going to be I think it's 3 3/4, yes, because you want it to stick out about 1/4 inch more. So once you have it all lined up and in there like you should, like you want it, you're going to just take and staple the top. Now you could sew across the top, and that would look really good, like a zigzag stitch, but since I am doing this just to show you, I'm just going to staple mine, and some that I've made for journals I've stapled, and others I plan on sewing. Okay, so now you just have your little notebook here, and you can insert this into your journal. You could actually glue it here and attach it so that it opens up, or you could just pin it in. So that's just the first one that's real simple, and let's go ahead and make a little piece for the inside pocket. So instead of a tab, in this kit that I'm using, there's a little booklet like this. And what I've done is when I printed it so that my pages were 10.75 by 8.25. And I did that in a program. I brought the JPEG in. If you don't have that, just be sure to have it fit when you print it to an 8.5 by 11 sheet, and it'll shrink it down because these are made for A4. And so when I got done cutting it out, and I trimmed it down because it was too wide for this pocket, so I've gotten it trimmed down to 2 and almost 2 3/4. Let's see if that's going to fit. And it does. So you want this to be around 2 3/4. And so what we're going to do is in the kit there also comes a little pocket on the same page as these little books that they have. There's 2 of them. There's this one, which I've already gone ahead and cut the circle out, and then this one, and they each come with little pockets. So I'm going to take this pocket, and I want to make sure since I did cut the book down that it is going to fit, just fold it normal. So I'm just going to fold back the little edges for my pocket, and then we're just going to attach the pocket inside here. And this kit has some wonderful little things in it that you really don't have to work really hard for a project. You know, you just cut them out and put it together, and you've got a cute little item to go in your journal. So let me add glue to this, and then here, and here. And so then this is our first one, and it's pretty simple. Our next one is easy as well, but it's going to have a little bit more pockets to it. So this one, we're just going to add the pocket right in here, and you could do either side. You could put it on this side or this side, it doesn't matter. I'm putting it right here, and then press it down. And I'm taking a couple of the little cards that come with it. I've cut those out already. You can stick in the pocket, and then you have a journaling spot and your pocket. But now we need to add a tab in order to be able to, because it's going to blend in with your pocket. So you want to go ahead and add a tab. And so what I have done is I've gone ahead and cut a tab out from, using my tab punch, from some of the leftover scrap paper that was in the kit. So then I'm just going to glue this tab down. And I'm just going to attach it to the back page, so that way when it's sticking out we can see it in our little pocket, because they do blend in pretty much. Now if you wanted to blend in and you didn't want the tab sticking out, you wouldn't have to add this tab, but I like to have the little tab on it. Put those in there. And those little cards could be journaling cards, or whoever gets the journal could use it to decorate their journal. It could be ephemera for their journal. So then you just stick that down in there, and there you have your little book. And so then you could decorate this part up, and I'll do that real quick with you as well. So I'm just going to use some of the scraps left over from where I've been cutting out my papers. So let's see here what we have. We have this little scrap, and we have, let's see, I'm looking for a piece of, so I've got a piece of some of the tea dyed paper that I was using in it, and then a piece of this. And let's see, how tall is all this? Because I want it to be shorter, so let me cut this off. And then we're going to cut this one down. I'm just going to make a little cluster here. And I love pulling together scraps and doing these little clusters. So then let's see here. That's going to be too tall. Let's see. I think I'm going to trim this one shorter. And then I have this little piece. Let's see, it's wider, but I'm going to decide, will this show up on it? Just going to look through my scraps I've been trimming down in this paper. This one will be good. Let me trim a little bit of that off. So we decide what we want on here. So we're probably going to want it, just trim just a little off. And then we will attach some this let's see here. We have that, and then we have some little, we do have some little tags that come in the kit. We also have this. Let's see. And then we have a little label that comes in the kit. So we have all of this. And we're just going to line all that up. And then all you have to do is find a spot where everything kind of meets. And then you just staple it. So I'm just going to staple it right there. And I did put the staple crooked on purpose because I want sideways so that it gathers everything up. And then we can just stick that right there. So I am going to apply some glue because this did, well, that did get stuck in there. But I don't like how loose it is, so I'm just going to put some glue underneath here, just so this will lay down just a little bit. Just press that down right there. And I'm just going to add some glue to all of it now that it's stapled together. You don't have to add this glue, but since I'm using the 32-pound paper and then regular copy paper for the tea dyed, or no, the tea dyed is 32 pound as well, I just want it to all be a little bit more sturdy. When I use cardstock, I don't glue these pieces together because they're all sturdy enough, but this will help it be a little bit more sturdy if I do it this way. And then I'm just going to attach all of this to the front of our cover here, and that just adds a little decoration to it. And you wouldn't have to add that as well, but I just think it looks good. So there we have it. And so now this little flap will actually help hold little things, so you could just use as a tuck spot to just tuck in a little card that comes in the kit. Let me get that tucked there. And so there you have one of the pockets made, and you have our little notebook you can pull out, and then we have our notebook paper. Okay. For the next one, you want a piece of paper that's 10 and, let me make sure I got this right, 10 1/4 by 7. And you're going to figure out, you know, that this is, if this is your inside, then you're going to score on the inside at 3 1/2, and I mean at 3 1/4, and then 6 1/2. So 3 1/4, 6 1/2, fold it over, and fold it again, okay? So then you want another piece of paper that's 3 1/2 by, yes, 3 1/2 by 7. And you're just going to fold that piece in half. So now for this piece, you're just going to add some glue just on the halfway mark, from the halfway mark where you folded it to the other edge on the top and bottom only. And we're going to be making a pocket on the edge of this. So then you're just going to attach it at the, over the fold there. Just the folds up against each other. And then you're just going to press that down. And then we're just going to open it up in here. And we're going to do the same thing. You're going to add glue to the top and to the bottom. I'm just going to press it down. Okay. So now, before we glue this one, we want to make us a little thumb hole here where we can pull our tab, pull our pocket, pull the item out of the pocket. So we're just going to punch it right here. There we go. So now we just want to add glue down to the one side and then across the bottom, all the way up to the fold line. And then just fold it over and press. And there we have another little pocket. So then you just want to get your paper that's 3 by, let's see, it's going to be 3 by 6 3/4. And this one I've got to trim just a little. I missed trimming some of them. So I'm just going to trim them down just a little right here. And then I've just alternated lightly tea-dyed paper with some dotted grid paper. And so then you're just going to take that, and like I said before, you could sew this in or you could just staple it. And so I'm just going to staple it. Once again, I'm going to put it in far enough that I'm not up against the edge. I've got a gap there, and it will cover it up, but it also covers up when you close it. You want to be able to cover it up when you close it so that it's not sticking out. And so you're just going to put 2 staples in. You could put 3 if you wanted. I like to put just 2. So you have that. So now we've got ourselves a little pocket here. And here's a little card that came in the kit that I've cut around. And that one goes there. And then you've got these that can go. Let's see which one I want. Maybe this one with the dragonfly. It's very pretty. And so that can go in that pocket. And then we need something for this one. So for this one, I'm decorating up this little booklet that came in the kit. And so I've cut it down to about 5 3/4, just a little over, more like 5 7/8. And I've just cut it down so that it would fit down in that pocket. And then fold it in half. And so I've cut out the circle that's on this one. And I'm going to just glue this piece on the inside, and you'll see in a second, that way it peeps through. And I think the other side of this piece that I printed all my sheets double-sided. I think that this is good journaling paper on the back. You could journal on this, so I think it'll work out great. Let me see here. And then press it down, and I'm just going to trim off the extra. And then we just have a little bit peeping through. And so then I'm just going to decorate it up. So I have this that I've laid out to decorate it with. And this is just some Tim Holtz ephemera that I have that I'm going to decorate it with. And so I was thinking of adding, I'm trying to decide which one pieces I want to add now, but I was just thinking of adding just a little bit of decoration to the front. Maybe a little special delivery. Or let's see. Just trying to decide. I like these little pieces, and I like this piece. I was thinking of adding it over the circle, but then it makes this circle kind of disappear on me. So I don't know if I want that. Okay, so I'm just going to take and put this on the circle. And I think before the circle disappears on me, I'm going to get my ink sponge and just ink around a little bit. And that will just outline it a little bit. And let me find my brown ink. So I'm just going to rub this just a little around the edge there so that it kind of pops out, because I probably should have done that before I added the paper, but I thought it was going to pop enough, but it just isn't popping enough for me. So I'm just adding a little ink there. And then I want to add my little butterfly, and I'm thinking about this little, adding this here with the butterfly, or I could add this. Could be down here. Let me add this here. Okay, so let's just add the butterfly and the special delivery there. So this is just a little journaling card that we're going to put inside of our little pocket. So it doesn't have to be really a lot of decoration on it, but you do want a little bit of something to make it cute. So I'm just adding that. And then I'm thinking I am going to add this little fella right here, just to kind of, I think he looks really good on this paper. Just anywhere down here, be cute. Okay, and so here's another pocket that comes in the kit. So what I'm going to do is just, I folded it on the lines. I've gone ahead and kind of gotten it prepared ahead of time. And I'm just going to make a little pocket here and attach it on the inside of this journal. So let's just add some glue. So this little journal thing right here, this little folio, I'm not sure what you call it, but a little journaling spot. It's just going to add that right there at this side corner and press it down. And then there's all kinds of little things we can put in the pocket that comes in the kit. we have this little journaling card that can go. It just sticks right down in there. And then there's some little tags that you could add. And so there's several little things that could go in it from the kit. And I'm just looking now to see if there's anything else I want to add to it. You've got this little tag and then a tag like this. That's really cute. And so you have all that journaling, and you can journal on both sides. So we have that. So now we just want to add, I've also made another little tab that I'm just going to attach to the back side here, because I feel like it's going to blend in if I don't, and I want a tab so whoever gets the journal will know to pull this tab that they got another little journaling spot here. So let's just add the tab, trying to center it up here. And that's just another little scrap piece from the kit that I've done, that I've cut out into a tab using my tab punch. And so that just slides down in the pocket. So there we have another little journaling spot, a little journaling side of a pocket. We have this little journaling card. And then we have this journaling card. And I forgot, I also want to go ahead and round the corners on this notebook. So I just want to stick them down in here and just round them just a little bit. Right here. And the tab may get in the way, so I'll just do one each side at a time. Okay. I may should have thought about this before I added the tab. That's okay. And I can just snip it to match the other one. So you do want to remember to round your corners before you add your little tab in. So now let's just put this in along with the tags right here, and then we can slide that down in there. Push it in. So there we have our little journal. We have our little insert for our journal. Okay, so we have the little notebook that we made using the leftover scraps from cutting off the tea-dyed paper and the other paper. That you have little strips left, and you can just cut them down into little notepads. And then I've made a little pocket in here with the little label that came. And so here we've got that in the pocket, and then we've got a journaling card, and then you've got another journaling card spot in your little notebook, and then you've got your little journal also with the little, you just open it up and you've got a pocket and journaling spots in there. And so that is one of them. And then for the second one, let me get everything back in here so I don't lose the pieces. The second one, we have our little decoration on the front, and you could tuck something in there if you wanted. Here's a little piece of paper we show you. You could just tuck in a little something. It isn't a great tuck spot because I didn't layer up a lot, so you might want to layer more if you really want to tuck a lot in there. But then we also have, where you open up, you've got your little journaling spot, and then you've also got your little folio inside, little journal inside with a pocket and places to journal. And then right here you could add another pocket. There are more pockets in the kit. You could use one of these that comes with the kit, or there's different little pockets that come with the kit. There's another one like this. And so you could use one of those pockets on the inside here as well, or just make your own little pocket. And so I thought this is a cute little project to insert into your journals. So, and I thought that the paper, this Floral Leaves paper was gorgeous for this. It was absolutely perfect. When I saw that kit, I knew exactly what I wanted to make with it because I think these are adorable. And I made one of them for the steampunk kit, and here it is. And this was using Linedotarrow's nature. Let's see. It's a nature kit. I will link it below. I used her nature kit along with, it may have been both nature kit instead of any of the steampunk for this one. But this one was, I made the first one that I made, and so I really liked it, and so I thought it would be fun to try it with the Floral Leaves Kit, and I think these turned out great. So I hope that you enjoyed watching this video, and be sure to like and subscribe, and thank you so much, and have a great day. Bye.